Hello and welcome to another episode of Storytime with Jeremy's a Drill, where I share stories that I've experienced over the last 14 years and 1,000 sales selling real estate. Today's story is about 7 offers where the highest offer did not get the house. So this was at the start of COVID where, there was an abundance of people buying houses and not a lot of inventory on the market. So we ended up putting a house up for sale. We had it up for a week with an offer date and we ended up getting 7 offers on the house. So we get there all excited, looking to open up these offers. You have to open them in the order that they were received. And we started opening up the offers. Now, the first one was for asking price. Out of all the times that I've done offer presentations, this was the only time that this actually happened. When we opened the second offer, it was a little bit more. Third offer was a little more than that. Fourth offer was a little more than that. Fifth offer more than that. Sixth offer more than that. And seventh offer was astronomically over the asking price. So there were 2 things about the highest offers. The majority of the offers actually had all the same conditions, possession date, because we can tell buyers in advance what possession date we want, and typically they will write that possession date in. So we were really dealing with the 2 highest offers. Now they were both astronomically more than the house was worth as a market value. There are kind of 3 values when it comes to a house. There's market value, which is what somebody's willing to pay for the house. Obviously, the market dictates what people are willing to pay. There's assessed value, which is what you pay your taxes on. That's what the city, municipality, whatever, says that your house is worth, that they actually charge you taxes on. And then there's appraised value. Now, appraised value is what banks will lend money on. This is key on why we accepted the second highest offer. So the second highest offer was actually all cash. They didn't need financing. They had put an astronomical deposit down to prove that they were serious. So it was pretty cut and dry. The sold sign would literally go up as soon as I left the house. The highest offer was subject to financing. Now, when we sat down and we were discussing these options, I said, listen, this high offer that has the financing clause, the bank is probably going to want to come and appraise the house, and I can't find any comparables that justifies this price point. So if the bank won't lend them the money on that, they're actually going to need to either come up with the difference themselves, which I don't know if they have or not, or they're going to try and negotiate the price down because they won't be able to afford that, which then we've lost all the other 6 offers. Whereas if we go with the 6th offer, they don't have a financing, they're just paying cash. So you can just close up and walk away, and the market value did dictate that. So they said to me, well, we're already getting way more money than we expected, so we definitely want to go with the all cash offer. So that's what we did. We took the all cash offer. That 7th agent, though, he did tear a strip off me saying, I can't believe you left that money on the table, so on and so forth. When I explained to him why, he said, oh, they would have been able to come up with the difference if they had to. Parents would have stepped in or whatever, which again, it's a little too much of a risk. So when you know that you have a guaranteed sale, sometimes that is the best offer to go with. If you like these, make sure you follow and stay tuned for the next one.